If you need something to just give you some drive to get up and go, let God sort them out and do it for you. Make no mistake about it. And again, it's mature. Again, how mature can you be selling drugs? But, they still say it in a way that doesn't sound like a dude that's damn near 40 hitting on 20 somethings in the club and then getting mad because they don't like him for him. They just like him for his money and the status. Everybody, you're right on time for another ride on the Groove Line. This is a Groove Line Express edition, instant reaction with your boy Chris Stevens. Hopefully you all are doing well out there this weekend. Well, it's Friday night. You'll probably get to this Saturday, Sunday, whenever. But as I stated, this is an express episode. This is a first reaction, and it's a first reaction to this bad boy. Man. This has been the talk of social media, the talk of the music world. Man, the Clipse are back. Malice, No Malice, whatever you want to call them, and Pusha T, the brother duo, they are back with Let God Sort Them Out. And I just listened to this a half hour ago because I wanted to let it sit for a little while and get everyone else's, perception of the album. I was just curious to see what everyone else would think. And obviously, when you do these sorts of videos, it's important to note that when you're doing this, your opinion matters of stuff. And remember that this is a podcast that basically is an R&B podcast. Like, I'm an R&B dude to my heart. I love old school R&B, funk, disco, house music, jazz, fusion, funk. But I listen to hip hop too. I'm an old hip hop head. Like, I think I stopped taking certain forms of hip hop seriously 10 years ago. So I probably missed out on a few things, but I can tell you that this Clipse album, number one, it gives me the feeling that I did when I did listen to hustle rap, like when Jay was popping, Jay-Z, or even just the more aggressive style that DMX, God rest his soul, was known for. So this album feels like a throwback to me, but at the same time, it's a very mature album. And I think we need to start talking. Actually, people are already talking about it, quite honestly, journalists and different folks of that nature and music critics, that rap is the only art form where you can age out of it, which is weird because we don't ask R&B groups to stop touring. For crying out loud, Frankie Beverly toured until he died, basically. The Whispers are probably going to do the same thing. Even though Walter Scott, one of the twins, just passed away. So we really have sort of treated rap as like this, oh, that's a young person's sport. Oh, you don't need to be rapping after 35 or 40 or whatever. I'll never forget when the Game had One Blood. He said, you 40 or no, he said you 36, because this apparently was a subliminal to Jay-Z, and Hove brightly just ignored it. You 36 and still rapping? I'm 26 and so is the Dubs. Why are we treating rap as if, you can't really be good at your craft long after your prime years? Because if you're still in your prime years, then you're really still good at it. LL Cool J had a really good album, that Q-Tip produced. Nas is still putting out grown man rap. And the Clipse, they still talking about moving that blow. Don't get me wrong. If you are a person who wants to look inside the mind of a drug dealer, a veteran drug dealer, mind you, not no new jack in the game, not nobody that's just going to be, flashing everything they bought after they moved one brick. This is an album for experienced hustlers. This is the veteran hustler album. Make no mistake about it. There's nothing about this that says new money. This is old money talking. This is veteran money talking. This is years. This is, avoiding, RICO, avoiding, the task force, the ATF, the FDA, the DEA, all the alphabet boys. This is living that life of knowing what you're doing is wrong, but at the same time, you're doing it because you got to survive. And then after survival becomes success, how do you manage that? So this is grown man rap, and it's grown man rap for people who have lived that life. And it's an album I highly recommend you listen to. Again, off the first rip, I was happy to hear my boy Ab Live, shouts out to Philly and Major Figures on Inglourious Bastards. Tyler the Creator was talking that shit on POV, and I'm like, and I gotta admit, I'm gonna tell y'all, I have not heard the Tyler the Creator project in full. People are probably gonna stumble upon this podcast and be like, you haven't listened to Tyler yet? What are you doing? Y'all tell me where to start. Tell me where to start, and I will start. Um, there's Stove God Cooks on the song. I got to get the rap names right because remember, I'm an old R&B dude. But yeah, everything about this album just speaks to a level of maturity. And of course, Kendrick on Whips and Chain, that dude there, he just doesn't care. I mean, he said himself, therapy taught me how to open up. It also showed me I ain't give a mm, 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 mm. Like Kendrick is still literally just, you know, bang, 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 we whipping that dead horse basically. But Push and no Malice or Malice, I guess he's back to Malice now, ain't lost a step. And you got to remember, these dudes are not young, they ain't spring chickens. I mean, Malice is like early 50s and Push is closing in on 50, believe it or not. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, you people will say, well, why are they still talking about doing drugs? Well, why did Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath just have a Rage concert just recently? I mean, they just retired. I mean, and Ozzy ain't been Ozzy in years. So, I mean, if rock bands can be 45, 50, 60 still out there throwing chairs, setting instruments on fire and all that other stuff, then why can't Pusha T and Malice rap about moving that blow? Just a thought. Just a thought. But overall, again, the maturity of the album is what strikes me. And again, we got to have that conversation about how we try to push people out of rap after a certain age. But if you can still rap, because let's be clear about this, you have to have the breath control, you have to have the mind to write and create these stories and make them all rhyme, mind you. And tell these stories in a way that resonate with the listener. And again, the maturity and the real life aspect of it, because the album starts off with The Birds Don't Sing. Like that hit me like immediately, because this is Malice and Push talking about their parents dying. And I even if you have one, even if you were raised solo, I imagine losing one parent is bad enough, but losing two, it ain't easy. Honestly, I could argue that I've lost two. I mean, my father really wasn't much of a figure in my life. He died when I was 18. We never really had a strong relationship. So I was like, I've lived 25 years after the fact, that he hasn't been around. So it's like, what can you do? My grandmother dying on the 4th of July of all days in 2006, it just feels like, from a personal standpoint, that was where my family just sort of fractured forever. Like, we've never been as close as we were when my grandmother was alive. All of us. And hearing Push and, Malice talk about, their parents preparing for death, the line that got me is that, chivalry wasn't dead. You didn't let her go alone, talking about his dad dying. And Malice talking about, I love my two sons was the password and now you gone. It's like I look, my mother's still with me, and it just like made me like, yeah, cherish those moments. Cherish those moments with your parents if you can. And if you feel like you can make amends if you guys are having a rough stretch, do so. Because, The Birds Don't Sing, that was just like, holy crap. And then they got Stevie Wonder to close that song out, mind you. Stevie Wonder, the GOAT. And Stevie said, if you love your parents, if you still have your parents, love your parents. Stevie just being Stevie at the end of that song, man. But just the whole timbre of the album. They still talk. Again, one of the songs on there is called Mike Tyson Blow to the Face. And of course, there's that infamous picture of Mike with a dusting around his visage, if you will. So, they still talking about the cocaine stuff that, has carried them their whole careers. And if you like listening to that stuff, then yes, it's for you. But you can also find themes of maturity, themes of loss, themes of family, because Push is, talking about his wife having a miscarriage and all this other stuff. And Malice talking about, I've been Mason Bethel on both sides, talking about, the glamorous aspect of it. And then when Mace left rap to go preach, and then Mace came back, to do the It Is What It Is show with Cameron and all of that. So it's a great album, man. Like I'm telling you, you might find yourself, if you're not, if you're a Dare kid, if you're a Dare success story, I dare say, pardon the pun, that this album is not for you. But if you like to be motivated to hustle, whatever it is you're trying to hustle, it may not be cocaine. It may be you're a writer like me. You may be a baker. You may be a entrepreneur of some kind. You might be a teacher. You might be, working in municipalities and all of that. But if you need something to just give you some drive to get up and go, let God sort them out and do it for you. Make no mistake about it. And again, it's mature. Again, how mature can you be selling drugs? But, they still say it in a way that doesn't sound like a dude that's damn near 40 hitting on 20 somethings in the club and then getting mad because they don't like him for him. They just like him for his money and the status. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, let God sort him out off the first listen. Awesome album. I'll listen to it some more and maybe write about it, but I wanted to give a quick reaction because quick reactions rule the world these days. And to help this podcast and this YouTube channel grow, gonna do them. So thank you guys for riding with me on this express edition of On the Groove Line. And I will put a link to Let God Sort Them Out in the comments below so you guys can pick that up and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, like and comment on the video so more eyes and ears can be on this channel. And I do talk back in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, tap that notification bell so be notified of all the new content that drops on this channel. And that's pretty much it. So enjoy your weekend. Let God sort them out. Thank you for riding with me on the Groove Line. Until the next time we ride, y'all be good or be good at it.